Welcome back to the Hoppy Time Podcast. I'm Lena.
I am Flames Kid.
And I'm Chris Cass.
And we have two special guests here today. We're welcoming back.
I forgot what I called myself.
Because early.
There you go.
Early.
Ace.
You should know by that, just early.
And had it.
We
Because
had it because she's
she's
had it with
had
this
it.
shot that we just took, and
Yeah,
she's
we-
still trying to
she-
get it together.
She wants to open her beer really bad.
So we're
And
gonna
we're not letting
so
her.
so we're gonna go ahead and do it, and then we'll kind of talk into what we're gonna be doing and the little changes. All right, guys. So to start us off, we're gonna go ahead and do the crackening.
Crackening Part 1.
No, I'm not doing it.
Nope.
That
can't.
shot really messed you guys up, huh?
No, it hurt my lungs. It hurt my throat. It hurt my mouth.
All right, guys.
Hurt my everything.
So we want to explain ourselves a bit, since we did start off with the crackening on this episode. Aside from it being a mega episode, we are starting off with the crackening because we are changing the format just a tad bit. We've reviewed, me, Chris, Cass, and Lena, our format, and we realized that we only talk about one beer, and it's usually towards the end of the episode.
I think it's just an excuse to drink more.
Hey, shh. No, we want to be able to review
Drink more.
the breweries and get a better feel of the beer that they produce, aside from just one beer perspective. Because what
And
if
drink
it's
more.
And drink more.
anyways?
And
So-
you have to compare these beers.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we wanted to pick multiple beers from a certain brewing company, and this today was Lena's pick. So we decided to kind of like start it off already, and with our special guests Early and Had It, they get to kind of like join us on this new adventure, a new format. So with that being said, Lena, what are we drinking today?
Well, we're kind of drinking different things today, but we are starting off with Lunar Kitten. This is a West Coast IPA. It says the the alcohol by volume is 7.5%.
Yeah, but what's the brewing company?
Oh, my apologies. I got into the whole beer. We're doing Los Angeles Ale Works,
There you go.
and they are from Hawthorne, California. Soon to be opening in Culver City.
Too far. I'm
Really?
kidding.
Yeah, they're gonna open another location.
I was actually there not too long ago.
Really?
Yeah, I think it was like 2 weeks ago.
But yeah, so we are starting off with Lunar Kitten. I believe
What do you guys have?
early.
So we have here Cruisin'. It's a juicy double India Pale Ale.
Nice.
Have you tasted it yet?
Yes, it's actually pretty good.
Really?
Alright.
Okay.
Okay.
And Chris Cass, what do you got today?
I got the same one Early had.
Ah,
Cruisin'.
sweet.
What do you think of it?
Huh?
What are you thinking of it so far? Have you tasted
So
it?
far, it's pretty good, man. It's kind
Yeah?
of smooth.
Cruisin'
For it being
down.
a double IPA, you know,
Yeah.
it's pretty smooth.
Sweet.
Nice. All right. And I think there's one more.
That nobody picked, apparently.
And it's called, I'm bad at English.
But you speak the language.
Is it Franz? In the Franz?
In the Franz.
Okay.
Isn't that French?
No.
In the Franz. Tropical India
Isn't that a
Pale
song
Ale.
by Tyga?
No.
No.
Oh,
YG, YG,
No,
YG.
that's
is
in
the song.
Disneyland. Like, in the front of...
Oh
a
my
good-
god.
Ladies and gentlemen, my fiance.
No, that's a good one, man. That's a good one. Yeah, it's funny because it was very impromptu. So the sudden change was very impromptu. We didn't practice. We didn't write anything down. We didn't.
Who practiced drinking alcohol
Right? We
It's
didn't.
like dancing. You just go with the motion.
Yeah, we didn't. We didn't do any of that.
until the motions take over? Been
Yeah.
there.
Isn't that what the emotions are?
Oh my god. What is that one saying they say the motion
Going through the motions?
No, the motion in the ocean. What is it?
Motions
It's
like
not
it.
about the size of the boat, but the motion in the ocean.
There you go. That.
Oh.
I don't see how that's relevant, though. All right. For sure.
You guys were just saying oceans and stuff, so it sounded relevant.
Sure.
Oceans,
Okay.
Oceans 12, Oceans 11, Oceans 10. No, nobody. I love those movies. Those movies are awesome.
Yeah.
They're good.
But, yeah. So we're all drinking a little bit different beers. Throughout the whole process, we're gonna be switching back and forth. So we bought multiple cans of each, and we're just gonna be drinking them. As soon as we're done with one, we're gonna move on to the next one, and then at the end of the day, we're gonna kind of like rate them, and then just kind of like put a rating on each one of them, and see what we like. But before we get started with multiple drinking and all that good stuff, Early and Had It. What have you guys been up to since the last time you guys were on?
What's been going on in Early and Had It this world?
Weddings.
Planning
Weddings.
So have you guys picked a date yet?
No. No.
Have I received a confirmation about being a bridesmaid?
I haven't
No.
received an invitation. Am I invited?
I know. Am I invited?
Am I invited?
You'll be invited for sure.
That sounded sarcastic.
No, that's not being sarcastic. He's like, you're on the top of the list.
That's where I like to be.
No, just work. We went to weddings. What
Also,
did
Wed-
we do?
went to
weddings? Like multiple?
Well, we went to
More than
one
one?
like last month.
Yeah. Last
What month
with,
is this?
my
June?
cousin.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
And then we're going one next week.
Dang.
Oh my
Sunday.
God.
And then we have another one in October.
Jesus.
Like,
Wow, all these people getting married.
I know.
the fuck?
What are they
and-
thinking?
And
Yeah.
next year.
Did you guys know that marriage is the leading cause of divorce?
Oh, no.
Yeah, statistically proven. 100%.
Sorry. You were gonna say?
And yeah, and Had It. We're going to their cousin's wedding.
Okay.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
your wedding. Just kidding.
Oh,
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, whenever we get our stuff
Yeah.
together and
Yeah.
plan it,
Yeah.
we're getting around to it.
Yeah.
It's
But yeah,
it's an expensive event.
it is.
Yeah.
It is.
You know,
So is
it
this
hurts.
podcast.
It is.
relatively expensive. Yes.
Relatively expensive.
It hurt my kidney. I think I lost one. Just drinking the shot beforehand.
You know, a little drop spilled right here, and I still smell it. And
Oh, yeah. It's really strong.
It's just like,
Well, it's mezcal, so
What is it?
think-
Mezcal
yeah.
from a white man.
mezcal.
It's actually pretty good. I mean, realistically,
kind of smooth.
it's smooth. Yeah.
For it being a mezcal, it's pretty smooth.
It burns.
I have another one if you want to try it.
No, it's
That
good.
one burns.
This one burned me.
No, this one was pretty good.
This was pretty good though.
I don't trust
Yeah.
George Clooney anymore.
It's because it takes out your demons, so you're being cleansed.
Ah,
from
no
the
wonder.
Yeah. It's,
Think of it that way.
it's mixed with holy water, so you know. your
Makes
demons
sense
are-
about that one.
There's
I
no
don't
there's
know
no
about that.
alcohol stronger than my demon, so that's why it doesn't burn me.
Okay.
Soul? What soul?
I never said soul. I said demons.
Hey, speaking of demons, you guys heard the Winchesters are bringing back the show?
I've
Yes.
heard. I've
Oh,
heard.
they are?
Yeah. So
I've heard
So-
different things.
there's different things going on. So supposedly the only thing that's confirmed is that they're bringing back the show called The Winchesters, and it's about their parents. But that's the only thing that's been confirmed.
About their parents.
Yeah. There's another show that they want to bring out that they want to continue the story,
They want to
like the two brothers story.
Yeah, they
Oh.
want to continue, but they want it to be more gruesome. So
Mm.
they're not
So it's
going
gonna be on
WB.
HBO?
They're going yes, exactly.
Yeah, everybody's going.
HBO's.
Yeah.
Gruesome. Isn't one of them in that
HBO's
superhero?
the way to go.
Yeah, The Boys. It
Yeah.
just literally came back
The
today.
Boys.
I
Oh,
just-
yeah.
No
Jensen
way.
Ackles.
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
gotta watch
yeah.
that.
I haven't seen. I saw first episode of the season, and then I stopped for some reason, and then I saw him
Yeah.
in like clips or
Yeah.
what is it, promotion?
Oh yeah, like
And then,
trailers.
yeah, and I was like, what the hell is he doing there? I mean,
Saving the world like always.
Mhm.
I mean,
aren't they supposed to be like anti-heroes?
So The Boys is based on like it's
It's Dark Horse, right?
I think so. It's like a comic series, and
It's pretty messed
it's
up.
basically it's pretty messed up. It's basically the tale of like Homelander, who is like the Superman,
Mhm.
but he's like an evil Superman. So he's like kind of a dick, but he's also a mama's boy.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he's a big mama's boy, but he's like a dick,
Mm.
and he has like these really extreme powers, and like he's a leader of the group.
It's like they have superhero powers,
But they're assholes.
but they're assholes.
Yeah,
Like they
they're
all
all
have their
assholes.
own like issues and demons and that they're dealing with. But then like they come together and everybody roots for them because they have powers and they think they're on the good side, but they're actually not.
Sorry, in my mind, when you were saying that, I was like, so like the Kardashians.
I don't know if that's a good or bad comparison.
No.
It's funny, dude. I was fucking reading something about the Kardashians the other day, and it said like
There's
they're-
3 of them, isn't there?
no. They're trying to make fun of Kim, right?
As
So
always.
they're saying that that whenever she passes away, you know, and she asks to be cremated, they're gonna say that they can't do that because there's too much plastic burning in the ozone.
Wow.
Wow.
Speaking of the Kardashians, I started watching the episode because it got interesting, or the season.
Of
I
course.
only saw a couple. I just thought it was interesting because
Uh-huh.
I know you guys love Blink 182.
Is that why you started watching
Yeah.
it?
No,
Oh.
well, because I thought it was interesting. I was like, a Kardashian and like Travis Barker.
Yeah.
And I'm
and a
just
punk
like,
legend.
yeah, like,
I know
Yeah.
it was weird at first.
Love knows no boundaries. You
I
should know
mean, it
this.
literally-
You guys are getting married. What the fuck? Why are you bringing this up now? How is this weird to you?
Well, because it was weird because it's, what is it, Courtney?
Yeah.
Yeah, Courtney.
And
Travis.
I
And
look
Travis.
at her and now she's like
She's
dressing,
absorbing
him.
the vibe.
Yeah.
Well,
and
that's
then
how you
I'm
know
just
she's like really into him. But
I don't know. I just
It happens.
And you know what's funny?
It
Like
happens.
it's funny because they were like they were talking
yeah.
about like the first episode. I know it was like a big deal like when the show came back, and they were saying something about like, oh, Travis was really after Kim, and Courtney just happened to be like there. Yeah, it was.
No, I don't know about that because they were neighbors. That's how they.
No. But apparently, like I guess Travis used to have a thing for Kim, before Kanye,
Mm.
and then
there
I
was
guess-
nothing before Kanye.
But that's how they said the same thing.
I think it's just to stir drama. Obviously,
It is.
It
But
always-
you know
Probably,
what's funny?
more
It's
than
the same
likely.
thing how it always does because I saw how they're like, Courtney was saying, oh, yeah. I wasn't really into Travis because I thought he was my friend and blah blah blah. Same thing with Kim. I wasn't really into Kanye. I thought he was my friend, and then we were friends, and then
I think that's what their publicist
Yeah.
tells them to say.
Imagine
At
it's all
this point.
scripted.
yeah. That's,
yeah. I mean,
I wouldn't be surprised.
Drama is the only reason why they still have like all these millions of dollars.
Look,
Billions.
the only thing
good for
I,
them.
the only person I will praise from the Kardashians is the mom, because
Oh yeah, she's great.
because the way she sold her children
to
to the
devil.
media, like no, well, I don't know about that, but to
I'm
the
just
media, dude, and the way they became multimillionaires off that woman is
It's not just off of that. You have to remember who her husband was before.
a
Like, they
lawyer.
were-
He was just a fucking entertainment lawyer.
he was OC.
OJ.
OJ.
Sorry, OJ's Simpson's lawyer.
He didn't do it. He didn't do it.
I didn't say he did.
He
But I'm
didn't do
just
it.
saying, like, he was still really high up. He wasn't just an average
Yeah.
lawyer. So
But
he was already in the media.
I'm just saying, the parents of the Kardashians, like you were saying, the
Yeah.
dad and Chris, they're
Yes.
really, they're really the backbone of this whole thing. If it wasn't for him, you know what, and I think you're right. I think he probably knew OJ, but then he was like, you know what, I'm gonna take this case, not just because you're my friend, but he probably knew this is going to end up being something historical. And then, of course, Chris, knowing such a businesswoman, she's like, you know what? I'm going to, whatever happened to Kim, let's run with it.
Let's run with it. Let's
Yeah.
go. Let's keep it coming.
Yeah, exactly. So she knew. And I kind of like, I think nobody should look at Kim. They should look at Chris.
Thank you.
You know what I mean?
Thank you. That's what I've been saying for years.
Not you.
What should I look at?
Chris with the K.
All right, you got me there.
Oh, it's funny. I hate, like, this is way out of topic, but I hate when Instagram names or like descriptions, they're like Courtney with the K. Like
Why?
Why? Like, or you know, it's stupid. Like I've seen that shit. Like a bunch of girls are named Courtney.
Chris without a K, without an H.
Hey, I like mine. Because that's
yours.
had it without the H.
Oh my god! yeah, you
I
did.
had it before they did it, and it was funny because he had it before.
He
Before
had
you
it.
did it.
Uh-oh.
Early.
Oh, yeah,
had
early
his-
without the Y.
with
Yeah.
the Y. But you know what's funny? I was talking about my friends with that last
Yeah.
night, and they're like, "Oh, I like how you guys had that, and I was like, no, actually, when we first met, we already had our Instagrams like that, so it was kind of just like
coincidental,
and we're like,
it was meant to be.
Exactly.
You know what's funny? Like, so one of our friends is like that, and he's been on the podcast. Eli.
Yeah.
Eli has.
It's just Eli.
It's just Eli, and then his girlfriend is Jessica. I mean, it would have been funny if it was it's just Jessica, but yeah, it was.
I'm gonna send her a DM. You have to change it.
But she changed it after the fact. I think after they started dating.
Honestly,
so.
I don't know.
I don't know either. So
we didn't have her on social media. What do you mean?
Well, he would repost a lot.
Oh yeah, he did.
That's true.
But from what we've seen, it's matched kind of like his.
Yeah. That's cool though. That's cute.
Yeah. Babe, we should do that.
Hell no. It took me forever to get Scarlet Speedster. I'm not changing that.
Yeah,
Really?
it took me forever to get mine, so I'm not changing it either.
Wow.
Yeah. But I'll change it from my second profile though.
I have had my name since I opened my Instagram.
Same. Me too.
Or created an Instagram all the way in high school. I think it was 9th grade. So I kind of don't want to change it because I'm afraid I'll lose it.
Because it's like your trademark.
Yeah.
Basically, at this point. Yeah.
Well, it's Crystal Marie. It's my first and middle name. I'll just put that out there. Now I kind of go by Crystalina, and it's been shortened to Lena. That's when I'm like my extra self, and everybody just flows with it. So that's why it's Lena. So I've been wanting to change it to Crystalina to match it better, but it's just
hurts,
so hard.
doesn't it?
It's so hard.
Yeah, same.
Like,
Me too. I've been wanting to change now, but I'm just like, no.
I put Crystal Marie because that's what my mom calls me when she's like angry, and I know she's angry. Crystal Marie, get over here!
Wait,
oh
are you-
shoot, I gotta go.
Out of all of us, you're
Yeah.
the only one that has a middle name, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
See, I find that
technically
weird.
have one, but
Lies.
I'm not gonna.
Is it on
no.
paper?
Yes,
Lies.
it's my like legal name.
No,
No,
but
it's
that doesn't
not.
count because isn't it one of your last names?
Yeah,
Yeah,
but the
but that
thing
doesn't
is,
count.
they counted it as my middle name.
So
Doesn't
that doesn't
count.
count.
Doesn't
You're
count.
just like
Oh,
any
okay.
other Hispanic
Yep.
Yeah,
Who
I know. I
didn't
agree with
know.
that, but that's why I said technically.
who didn't know that middle name isn't the first
Second name,
Yeah.
second.
So
Last
it's
name.
really funny that you bring that up because I always thought that was weird that you guys don't have middle names when everyone in my family has a middle name. Like it's just like common, and I
Yeah.
guess it's a Salvadorian thing.
No, there's some people
No.
that do have second names. It's just like ours were just like, one's enough.
Yeah.
It's like we came to this country not knowing how to fill out paperwork, and we still don't.
Yeah, my name wasn't supposed to be Luis.
Oh, wow.
supposed
Speaking
to
of
be
middle
Alfredo.
name, because
No.
from where I am, it's
Yeah.
like the middle name is like the last name of the mother. So that's what.
That's
we
what-
get.
that's what-
That's
That's
the same. That's the same
Oh,
thing.
okay.
That's
That's
what I'm
what he
talking
has.
about.
That's why we're together.
Gotcha.
Hey, speaking of that, are you gonna change your last name?
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
Straight
no.
up.
Straight up.
Straight up.
Dropping it.
Damn.
Yeah.
What about hyphens?
No.
No.
Mixing it together.
Nah, dude,
I
just-
hate the idea of hyphenating because what the idea of marriage is kind of you have your family and you're raised with them, but you start a new life with your husband. And I'm not saying every girl has to take the last name.
no.
It's completely up to you, but I just hate the idea of hyphenating. Like, why would you want such a really long name? I already have a middle name. I don't need 2 last names on top of that.
But yeah, I mean, it's to each their own. Like my girlfriend, the one that asked me to be her bridesmaid,
Yeah.
her husband is actually taking her last name.
You see? That's a great
Oh.
idea. No,
That's
I'm
a
kidding.
great
Yeah.
idea.
You know, that's a great idea, but
But-
my last name is better than yours. So.
But that's the thing because he's Vietnamese. His
Oh.
last name is Nguyen. Nguyen is very common.
Common, yeah.
But her last name isn't common. So he was like, I kind of like that one.
Wait, I thought it wasn't pronounced Nguyen. I thought it was pronounced Wen.
when
Oh, I forgot. I don't know.
it depends where you're from.
It
'Cause-
depends.
Because
Okay.
I think so, I don't want. Actually, I don't
I'm
want to
from
say
the
it.
United States.
No,
of
no, no, no.
America,
It's because
goddammit.
the reason I say that is because I asked a
have
customer one time because his name was
You have to
Lee
pronounce it
Nguyen,
Andy.
right, or whatever, like spelled like that. And I'm like, okay. I told him, look, I'm not trying to be, offensive here, but I see this last name and I can't pronounce it, and I want to be able to pronounce it. So he goes like, that's easy. He goes like, my name is Lee Wen. I'm like, oh wait, so it's just Wen? He
Wen
was like,
what?
yeah, just Wen.
Okay, I just want to say I apologize if I did mispronounce it because I just
No,
remembered.
no. There's nothing wrong with that.
No,
but
it is, but I just want to say, like, I know there's different pronunciations,
Yes.
and
Yeah.
I know me, and I'm buzzed right now. But like,
Wow.
I
don't
probably
even
just
take a
getting
shot
started.
at 2 zip.
that shot.
No. Actually, it's fine because I have a client once.
Yeah.
I was at a jewelry selling jewelry, and she said it's the same last name, and she said it's Nguyen. So
Yeah.
it's,
Yeah,
it's totally
yeah, that's how I've heard
depends.
it.
Yeah, I had an
Totally
English
depends on
teacher.
them.
Her name was, or spelled the exact same way, and she wanted us to say Nguyen, like when, but with the N in the front.
Yeah.
Nguyen.
Yeah.
I like I said, I don't understand. So like I respect that. I'm like, okay. So in my head, I thought all of them were called Wen.
Yeah.
You know. So but I just if you're saying that, and then multiple people are also saying this, like it could be like a different thing.
I think it's kind of like a Caribbean thing. It just depends
Yeah.
on where you're from.
Potato,
You
potato.
know.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true
Hey.
because
Speaking of Caribbean,
It's a
what did you think of the
potato.
whole Johnny Depp Amber Heard?
Since you
Yes, I
love
finally-
Johnny Depp.
Yes. Okay, so the whole thing, I was kind of on and off about it.
Yeah.
Sorry. I was on and off about it. So, here's my story. So, no, everybody knows I'm a big Johnny Depp fan.
Yep.
Yes,
And
yes,
I
she is.
loved
the
him.
biggest, I think.
The biggest. I used to have all his posters
Totally.
from Pirates of the Caribbean.
It's totally one-sided. It's not one-sided. For sure.
It is. I've missed him multiple times because I used to work at Disney and
Yeah.
I always wanted to meet him, but I always like.
Wait, he would
missed
go?
the chance.
Have you ever
Yeah,
met him?
he-
Yeah,
go.
he would go to the Pirates ride and surprise people.
Why the
Yeah.
hell was I never seen
Yeah,
him?
he's in the set. Like if you're right there, he's like pretend to be like a
A
robot.
Mhm.
Oh my
No
god.
shit.
Him. Yeah.
So that means there's like a 10% chance that I saw him and I didn't realize that.
yeah.
No, I think he talks to
Shit.
people.
Yeah, but okay, so there's multiple times. There's
Okay.
Disney 23, and I was there, and I missed him, and he got his award. The time when he was at Pirates of the Caribbean, I was at work when I was working at World of Disney,
Wow.
and I wasn't there. The other time was when he was at Mad Hatter in front of like Disneyland,
Yeah.
and he was in the box or whatever, and I missed him. So we always missed our chance. But
Yeah.
I was always, when he got married to Amber Heard, I was
Okay.
livid. Yes.
Oh my
Super
god.
livid. And I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna say anything. It's fine. I still love you. This bitch. Can I say that? No.
Yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
of course.
This bitch is crazy.
The
I
bitch
know
lost.
It. So here's the thing. Like, I knew she was crazy, and no one listens to me. Every time I say something to someone about someone, or
Yeah.
say like they don't believe me, so like usually friendships
No
are like,
way.
shut up. So usually friendships end. So when I saw that she said, "Oh, Johnny Depp hit me," and I was like, "No, she's lying. She's lying."
She said the love of her life
She's
would
lying through her
never.
Yeah,
teeth.
she would never, because FYI, I have an AA in theatrical theater, and I've done
So you're acting all of this right
no,
now.
no.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
I've done like costume, makeup, and all that stuff, and I know how to make bruises with makeup. And
The Bruce kit.
yeah,
right?
the bruise kit. Dumbass bruise kit. It's so stupid. So then when I saw her when she had a bruise, and I was like, that doesn't make sense. And I was
It
looking,
doesn't look
it doesn't
swollen.
look swollen. And also I was like, that's too purple. I've had a bruise before, and I know how it is. And I've made theatrical makeup, and I told everybody that I know. Even my mom, I was like, that bruise is fake. She's not
The
doing
bitch is lying.
She is lying. Johnny Depp would never hit
No
her. And then
way.
Yeah.
everybody would came out. And now the whole, like, you know,
Yeah.
the makeup, how she, like, lied about it. And
Yeah.
that makeup brand was like, no, we took this out, like, at this year, not that year.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah,
lying.
they
all
corrected
this.
her.
And then all of a sudden, like, he won. And I was like, damn straight he did. Because I knew it. I
Oh,
knew she
wow.
was
I thought it
freaking
was
crazy.
real.
I says, bitch.
But the thing is that made me more upset was her.
Okay.
Like, the whole trial is about defamation
Defamation. Yeah.
of the name.
Defamation.
Defamation of the name, which is Johnny Depp isn't a woman beater.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the reason.
Yeah, no, of course.
And she's saying, like, I am hurt, America, blah, blah, blah. Whatever
Yeah.
her post saying, like, it's women against
God,
men. And I'm like,
yes.
no,
She
girl.
said it's a major setback for women.
No,
and I'm
it's
like, you're the one
not.
who makes us look bad.
You made us look crazy, and you're the one that sets us back for those who do have a man in their life that are beating them. Johnny Depp wasn't beating.
Don't do that. No.
Johnny Depp didn't hit her. She was like bipolar.
She hit herself.
And you know,
You know what pissed me off about the whole thing though?
yeah.
The fact that she was hooking up with James Franco,
Yep.
Elon Musk.
Elon Musk.
You saw there's
Go
a
Tesla.
picture when
Nice.
there's a picture picture of Elon Musk with a bruise, and he was with Amber Heard.
Yeah.
Were they sharing the bruise kit?
And his
wanted to
face
know.
was swollen too. So I'm saying like she's
She's
not
beat him.
She's beat the
Others.
Tesla man.
Well, she had another case with her ex partner before Johnny. Didn't the partner sue her for abuse or something, or
I think so. And I
something
know
happened.
Elon Musk was suing her because they frozen some eggs and sperm, and he wanted to destroy it because I guess they're no longer together.
Yeah.
And she was like, nah. And she
those are mine.
kept it, yeah. But then he's like, no, but
she
those,
wants that
yeah.
foot in the door with that
Wait,
Tesla
Yeah.
stock.
so can't all of this quote unquote evidence be used against her?
Yeah.
So how was this not like
Well,
a one-day trial type of thing?
No,
'Cause
but
it's
the
like,
thing is
goddamn.
it was between Johnny and Amber. They couldn't really bring in
Like
the other stuff.
another, yeah.
No. Yeah, but all of that is evidence, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
It's evidence against Amber Heard.
But they have to
because
give her
all
the
of this
proper
shit is-
trial.
Yeah, they have to give
No.
them
I understand
But
that.
also, I feel bad because her people were like a hot mess, and Johnny Depp's were like
On
dang.
it.
they were all cool.
on it.
They were all cool. And I've seen those
all
videos.
the memes and all the TikToks
Like the
on that.
like the lawyer that tried to use that one witness. It was like, oh yeah, like you're trying to use this as your 10 seconds of fame.
Oh, the
or
guy
your 10
that
minutes
worked
of
at-
fame.
yeah.
It was like, well, I can say the same thing about you taking Amber Heard as a client.
Yeah.
And like the whole jury,
Everybody
whole
was like-
courtroom was like, damn.
Yeah.
It's
But you know
true.
what? She used that line on other witnesses too, talking about, oh, well, you're here to defend. Because their argument was that everybody is going out of their way to defend Johnny Depp just because of who he was and the influence he has.
You mean who he is?
Oh, sorry.
Because
Yes.
the man won.
Yes, sorry.
Yeah.
He's still the man. Anyways, but that was their argument. Amber Heard
Savage
kept
by
saying.
Dior, by the way.
Amber Heard kept saying like everyone's gonna come out and defend him because you know of who he is, and it's not gonna equal up to the truth. But I mean, and then there's also evidence, or like they pointed out that all of Amber Heard's witnesses are like paid witnesses, paid experts,
Mhm.
when he actually had people who were around them witnessing stuff, and so
Yeah.
it was like a huge
His sister
difference.
or his
Her sister
Yeah, like Johnny Depp's sister-in-law.
Yeah.
Like she was there and she straight up
said that she witnessed it. Yeah.
She witnessed it. Like her own people. And also like there was other, Winona dated Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
He said no. His wife, the mother of not wife, but his partner,
Yeah.
wife, the mother of his two kids, said
Yeah.
he never did that. Of course the one the actress from Dirty Dancing, she was like they were married a year, but they had like their own issues. But that
Yeah.
was their own issues. But she never said anything about like
Nobody ever said anything negative about Johnny.
yeah.
The thing is Amber didn't have to put that stuff out there.
And
she
she
didn't have to
did,
do that.
because
And
it's wrong. Because you took
She
him
didn't know
out
that.
of the Pirates of the Caribbean. They even said in court he was already signed up for
Yeah.
4?
Yeah.
4 and
Uh-huh.
5,
Yep.
yeah.
and they took him out because of it.
Yeah.
And then
Because they don't want to be associated with
Yeah,
him.
and Universal, Harry Potter,
Yeah.
they took him
Oh,
out of
yeah,
that
they
too.
did. Yeah, took him out
Like
of that.
that's
out of the
That's
what is
messed
it?
up.
That's messed
Beast?
up.
Fantastical Beasts.
Fantastic
Yeah,
Beasts. Yeah.
That was messed up. And he probably had other projects, and this is his way of living. And then you just had what? Freaking Aquaman.
Aquaman.
And even your co-star was like,
Well,
this bitch is crazy.
Well, it's like it all comes down to like the what do they call that shit? The Me Too thing.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, it's just like everybody just. I'm not saying that it's wrong, or I'm not saying that women don't have that right, but everybody just automatically sides with the woman when they say, oh yeah, me too. Like what the fuck, like.
But
dude.
there's women also.
Yeah, but I'm
like-
trying to say
yeah.
like the men automatically just get
Yeah.
defamated off
Yeah.
of just like me too.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Where the fuck is our fair trial? Just
Yeah.
like you said, Johnny Depp got cut out of all of his projects
Except for
just
Dior.
because she
Yeah.
technically said me too.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, that's fucked up.
And I think this opened up eyes to say, like, it's not just men.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not,
Not
just
just
women.
women, yeah.
It's men too. And
Yeah.
that's true. And then, like you were saying, I think Amber Heard was the one that jumped on the Me Too bandwagon with not really initiating, like, what she's causing with the Me Too.
Yeah, and like you said earlier, like
Mm-hmm.
she's just ruined it for all the women that actually have somebody that's doing that to them.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
But yeah.
As much as I want to say, like, I'm happy that Johnny won the case, he's not gonna get full justice
No.
from that because he lost all of that.
He lost a lot of
And
things.
as much as companies or production might want to start working with him now that they cleared his name, so called, but like he's gonna have some trust issues because he had a lot of people turn their backs on him, and it was really messed up. And now, not only that, a lot of personal stuff came out in those where they tried to make him seem like a really bad guy. And honestly, he's just been through some stuff, and a lot of celebrities do these things, but it just doesn't come out in the open because they don't have cases where they have to be under oath and talk about that stuff. But now, like, his drug addiction stuff came out, and it was more public than it was before.
Yeah.
And talking about his sobriety, and like that puts him really in the spotlight, and I feel like that's really like intrusive.
It is, yeah.
And now they know that stuff about him. It's more public, so I feel pretty bad because he went through all of that to try and get some justice, but he's never really gonna get his life back to the full extent.
Well, that's the life of a celebrity. You're always in that what's it called? There's never a clear line to what is personal and what's open.
Right.
And it is part of their career to you're never gonna have that.
You're never gonna have really privacy.
Yeah.
There's always paparazzi on your butt. They want to see where you're going, what you're doing, what you're eating, what you're wearing, all that stuff.
It's like
like kind of like steering away from that. If I don't know if Hadit has noticed, but I kind of cut my hair this week.
Yeah, I did.
And you did?
It looks nice.
Nice.
I was happy.
Really?
Yeah.
I was gonna
chop it off too.
You didn't have an initial reaction when you walked in my door, so I was just like,
can I have a request? Can you do like
yes, I am waiting.
No, you do that. Just say it's perfect.
Okay.
It's his home
Bob's
little
Burger.
Bob's Burgers. Tina,
oh my god,
butts. But yeah, I know I did. I really liked it because I saw your post about it, and I was like, "Aw, his long hair." I never got to braid it.
You never did?
No, I never got to.
Well, let me give you a spoiler. I look like Sean Paul.
Okay.
It's like the Team Light Skin thing crap. I don't agree with it, but a lot of people say, "Oh, you look like Sean Paul." Like, yeah, whatever.
Oh, you could have looked like that kid from Stranger Things, or not
No,
Stranger
I'm good.
Things, the guy with the long hair.
Wait, which
he's
one?
another. Hold on, I'll look it up. But I think
From
he's pretty
Stranger
cool.
Things.
He's in Stranger Things.
Speaking of Stranger Things, they're back. So
We haven't watched.
I haven't watched it yet.
I
Most
still
people
haven't
do.
watched the first season or the first episode
He
or the
refuses.
first minute.
He hasn't watched Stranger Things at all.
Oh, okay.
At this point, I don't think I'm gonna
yeah,
watch it.
the new season is back. Stranger Things.
You know what?
Have you started it yet?
No.
No.
I kind of lost. I love Winona. Also, was one of Johnny Depp's ex-girlfriend, which I wish he got married and actually had a relationship because they're perfect for each other. But that's another story. But
Didn't they start in a movie together? They did, right?
Yeah, Edward
Edward
Scissorhands.
Yeah.
There you
That's
go.
where the
Oh, no.
romance came along, and it was beautiful. He did a movie with in Booksmart. It was actually funny. He's really good. He did the commercial with what was it?
Who?
The
T-Mobile.
fuck is a Motorola?
Mozzarella?
No,
No, I'm
the
kidding.
phone, Motorola.
Okay.
No,
Yeah.
T-Mobile. Sorry, he did a T-Mobile commercial. He's
Oh.
pretty cool. And he did like some other stuff. But yeah, I thought you were gonna grow it out like that guy.
No, I mean
It was getting pretty long.
Yeah, it was getting to that point.
I realized like the fact at some point it's just like you gotta cut it off, you know.
Did you donate it though?
No, I didn't. It wasn't long enough to donate.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so
Wow.
so like I was going.
I almost prayed for you, bro, because I thought like Jesus.
I almost made him believe in a deity. But yeah, the whole place where I was going with it is like me and my I guess she's now my hairstylist. I don't know what the hell you want to call it.
Okay.
Anyways,
His
for lack of a
person.
better word, we were talking about like how artists are like, or you know, anybody famous, you know, is usually kind of crazy as long as like, you know, they're good. You know, they have like some sort of they're just missing it, you know, up there. It could be anything. Yeah, it could be like bipolar disorder like Kanye, or it could be like Johnny Depp with, you know, I want to say depression or something like that. You know, but it's like famous people aren't always there. You know, like they're just like missing something sometimes, and like the fact that they have to deal with like paparazzis and stuff like that, and they can't have their own private life, it kind of messes with them, you know.
So your hair messed with you?
No, I just
I'm
brought it up
sorry.
because I was talking to my
Yeah.
hairstylist about it. So.
All right. But back to business. We're going to get into crackening part 2. Ready?
That was funny. So this time around, we kind of mixed it up. So, we are trying the Cruisin'. You have Chris Cass trying the Lunar Kitten, and you have Early and Had It trying In the Fronds. So we'll see what.
I'm still convinced that's the YG song.
Look it up.
No. But going back to the topic we were talking about Johnny Depp, you guys were saying that. What were you guys saying about him?
Well, I mean, I was saying that like how artists or just famous people are crazy or insane to a certain extent. It's like you can't say somebody like anybody in history. You can't say that somebody that did something meaningful in history was sane. Like I'm talking about like Einstein or just anybody meaningful. Not all of them were in their right minds, or not all of them were quote unquote sane to a social
Yeah.
standard.
Heath
you know?
Ledger did the performance of a lifetime, and it ruined him.
Mhm.
Exactly. You
drove
see,
him
that's what I'm
crazy.
trying to say. It's just like anybody that's good has issues and they
Yeah.
have problems.
It's
and
true. Artists,
Yeah.
artists themselves. Like there's this one artist I listen to. They're kind of like their podcast, but it's like a platform, like an app, Mindset. So it's all
Okay.
about mental health.
Oh.
Okay.
An artist, when they want to make an album, and let's say it's dark, they have to. Well, for him, he has to mentally go into that character to produce that music, and
Yeah.
sometimes it takes for that artist a couple weeks to get out of that character to be himself.
Yeah.
Or
Sounds about right.
it could also be like for some artists that write their own music, they are writing that stuff because that's what they're going through, and then every time they have to perform it, they have to relive that pain to
Yeah.
sing it that way,
Mhm.
and that can drive them also crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, like, I think all comedians are like that. Cause
Yeah. All
they
comedians
just
have
make
issues.
it as a joke, even though for them it's like,
It was trauma.
it's actually for real for them, but they just, if you say it out loud, it sounds like a joke. But for them, it's like
it's like
for real.
Robin Williams said. It's like the happiest people are usually the people that suffer the most.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the funniest people are usually the people that suffer the most. And Robin Williams is an example.
Yeah.
Jim Carrey's an example.
Mhm.
It's like they're
Yeah.
funny as hell, and we all love them, but they've got some pretty dark issues.
Yeah, we don't know their
Yeah.
demons and what
Exactly.
they've gone through and what they've experienced.
Probably for them, if they say it out loud, it's funny for us, but for them, they're probably
They're expressing
Expressing
it
it,
in a way
they're
where they
probably
make people laugh, and
and
they
for
don't want
him-
them to go into the same,
Yeah,
dark characters
yeah.
that they've been in.
Yeah, I mean, it goes without say. I mean, even us, like, even within our group of friends, I mean, you find a lot of that where, like, they portray a certain version of themselves, and, like, in reality, they're someone else, or they're, like, going through something, but they never show it, or they never express it. It's just part of what we do to, like, kind of hide our true selves from others. It's the social aspect of our lives. So when we hang out with friends, we don't want to tell them that we're fucking, going through something or anything. So we just kind of play it off, and we're like the jokester, and we're the prankster, and we're like fucking having fun and shit. But in reality, we're hurting, but we never show it,
Yeah.
So it's not just for artists or anything like that. It's just the same for
It's-
everybody else.
Yeah.
But they're just under a microscope, and we
Yeah.
see it more.
Mm.
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly.
That's a good way to put it,
You're
actually.
right. Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's common. It's mental health is a really huge problem.
It
The
is.
good thing is it's getting more attention now, and I'm hoping that it's not as taboo to talk about as before.
I think in most countries, like we're very, and then Europe, and then Asia's kind of like opening up to that too. So now it's like a legit thing. It's not like something you're just like, your parents are like, oh, that's just a thing. You're like, you're just saying that. Like, no,
Well,
No,
that's-
it's a legit
Yeah.
thing, dude.
It's like a Hispanic thing too, though, because
Well, I mean, it's not just that. It's like
it's a human thing.
no, it's something that people go through, but it's also something that
nobody wants to
it's
admit.
easily used to abuse things, you know?
Yeah, you're right.
You know, like for example, you know, I could be going through some shit or whatever, and then people see the benefits that I reap from it, and they're like, well, I'm going through the same shit, and they're not really just to reap the same benefits, you know?
What was it? Now that you said that, I thought of a Geico commercial. It was a Geico commercial.
Okay.
The Geico was talking to another woman at a diner, and he's like, what'd she say? Oh, I have this special kind of disease. I'm an introvert. And the Geico was like, oh, me too. Like, I'm an introvert too. And in your mind, you're thinking, no, because you do all these Geico commercials, but then you don't know the person, so you don't know, like, maybe they are. And the girl was like, no, it's a special kind of, like, disease. It's only, like, for me. And he was like, okay, you do you. I'm not gonna.
Everybody wants to be unique and special.
Exactly. Like it's just gotten to that point where it's, you know, like, oh, like any little thing, like people get benefits from it, and people see other people benefit from it, so they want the same shit too.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Well, what I meant is like, I guess from where I'm gonna speak based off of what I've seen in my family, is like, in a Hispanic household, I guess with the way my family kind of came here and developed, been here forever, but they don't like to admit to mental health or like any issues of like feeling depression and stuff, because they want to be grateful for all the hard work that they put in on a daily basis, trying to put food on the table and a roof on the head. And then they want to say, like, be grateful for that, because not everybody has that.
But you know why? Now that you said it, it's because they don't want to show a sign of weakness.
Yep.
Even though
they never got to have the privilege to do that like we do now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's the thing is, like, we are first generation, except for early.
I'm not.
No, you're not. You're
No.
what, third?
Well,
Third.
Second?
I guess second, yeah.
Second. So we
Second.
have second generation. Early's, we're first generation.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Early's just zero.
Early.
Zero.
Early is
Zero
just early.
generation.
Early generation.
So we got, he's the early generation. So we got different ones. So first of all,
Sorry, I was like, oh, look at you, privileged children.
you bastards.
He's like, I got to play in mud.
I did too.
Anyways, so like how you were saying, I lost my train of thought, but I got. So what you're saying is like, because it's just a sign of masculinity. Like you're already like, we're already going out. Masculinity is not like a sign of weakness. Is not a sign of weakness. You have to be weak to struggle. Struggle is a form of strength, but the older generation is like, no, you can't show weakness. And like, we're trying to come out of that. Like, this is a new kind of era. It's okay to be weak because it's part of the process. If you can't let your mind go through the motions, then that just sets you back later on. So,
Yeah.
But yes,
Yeah.
I agree. Like, they want to enjoy what they made, but also it's like, you gotta embrace
What
the
you've
struggle.
gone through.
Yeah, you have to embrace the struggle. It's the hustle.
It's
The hustle, and then you get to win, you know, whatever you have, your winnings and stuff. So,
I mean, to me, it kind of works both ways. So, like, I've had like anxiety for God knows how fucking long, you know. It wasn't until a couple years ago that I realized, oh shit, this is fucking anxiety, you know. So like you said, you know, first generation, second generation, you know, generation zero or whatever, they all have different takes on that. And for me, it's like, since I'm first generation, that's what we established. Yeah, so I'm first generation.
Oh wait, sorry. Speaking of generation zero, is that same as Gen Z?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yes. You're now considered Gen Z.
Okay,
Early, you're drunk. Go home.
Yeah, so like I was saying, it's like all these years, like I've been dealing with like anxiety. It wasn't until a couple years ago where like mental health actually started becoming an issue, and you know, people started bringing it up, where I realized like, oh shit, like I'm fucking dealing with anxiety and I don't know what the fuck it was. You know, like I've just been going through motions and shit, and I didn't know what the hell it was.
because it's your flight or fight mode.
Yeah, and like you said, like nobody ever explains it to you.
Yeah.
It's just a sign of weakness, and to me, like that's what it was. I was like, oh shit, like, you know, my body's giving up, or like I'm going through certain things, and like, you know, my body feels a certain way. and I'm just like, shit, like I'm feeling weak, so I can't deal with this.
Yeah,
but
don't
like
be
it's
weak,
like
bro.
now it's like, fuck, man, like this is anxiety. This is what an anxiety. Like I've had maybe a couple, maybe 3 or 4 anxiety attacks during my life, and like I didn't know what it was up until like a couple years ago, where it just feels like, oh shit, this is an anxiety attack.
But you know something? Now that you said that, I think about it. If you ever think about special needs kids like my brother,
Yeah.
I feel like they're more in tune with their, like, what's going on.
Yeah.
Even though, like, they know how to deal with it. Even though, like,
They know how to deal with it because they know what it is, but they don't know what
Yes.
other people call it.
yes, exactly. And I feel like my brother, when we were younger, he used to take, I felt he had anxiety when we were younger, when we go out, because he would beat me. He would beat me up, and I would just let it happen, because my mom's like, you have to understand, it's like he's special needs, he's different, he's not, autistic, whatever you have, whatever.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I think, now that you said that, I think Eric, my brother, had anxiety, and he took it out on me because I'm his safe space, and I
Yes.
can't take it back out. And it's kind of weird now that you said that, because like no one knows, no one
Yeah.
knows, and it's
No-
true.
no one
And
ever fucking knows,
he
dude.
kind of went through the motion like fight or flight. I need to like take care of myself. And now, like you said it, we have certain tics, like you start realizing like, oh, I do this because like, one, I'm stressed, one, I'm anxious,
Yeah.
blah blah
Yeah.
blah. So but
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, dude. So like my first anxiety attack is just like, oh shit, like what the fuck's happening to me? Like my heart rate increased, I'm sweating. I have like this fucking need to like do things, and I'm just like, why the fuck do I feel like this? Like I don't know. And come to find out later, one of my coworkers at the time at Starbucks, rest in peace, she died to cancer recently.
Yeah.
So she told me like she used to have anxiety attacks too, so she would explain them to me or whatever. So when I had my second one, I kind of knew what I was going through because she did such a good job at explaining what an anxiety attack was and how she felt, that when I went through it, I'm just like, that's what I'm feeling, So like she gave me a bunch of pointers too about how to deal with them, just think about something that's consistent, like a song or something that you can just like have a consistent rhythm to, and you'll get through it. And now like every time I get an anxiety attack or anytime I feel the same way, I just think about the same things, and I'm just like, like little by little it just starts calming down. I'm not freaking out anymore, and I'm kind of grateful for that, to be honest.
Really, you had anxiety
it's
attacks too, right?
Oh, yeah. Sorry, but what triggered your anxiety?
To me, I guess it was just overthinking, because that's kind of something I do. It's not something I can control. It's just something that happens. I tend to overthink things a lot. It's basically what if, what if this, what if that, well, what if this, or worst case scenarios type of thing. So that kind of triggered my anxiety attack the first time around.
This is why I have sleep
I
problems
see.
too. I get anxiety overthinking about a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And then but I think a lot of people can relate to being an older sibling. Not you, Chris Cass, but you're kind of responsible for your sibling, whether you want to admit to it or not. And for me, my brother is like 10, almost 11 years younger than me, so
But
I
they're
definitely
like your whole world, though.
my whole world, like
it.
basically my child. But even for someone whose sibling is 2-3 years apart, you still feel kind of like you gotta be there for them, and you worry about them, and I just feel like you don't get to like really process your own feelings because you're so worried about this other person.
Yeah.
And so to me that always gave me anxiety, because for me, taking care of my brother all the time, I felt like it was always out of my control. And something we were just talking about is I still don't really have control. Even as an adult, my parents put a lot of pressure on me to do a lot of things, and that always gets to me.
I don't want to sidetrack this, but like speaking of that, like the responsibility as so the older, so out of like, what are we, 5, 4?
Yeah, it's 5 of
Five.
us.
Sorry,
I
I can't
count.
count.
Are you saying
10.
doubles?
10. That's how many I count.
No,
right
it's
now.
more of like people count for me. So out of the 5, the 3 of us are older siblings.
Right.
Yeah.
You know,
Out
you
of the
take
5,
care of.
3 of us are older than 1. Okay,
One,
Wait,
yeah.
yeah.
two, 3.
So
She's
you
not the only one.
like.
It's all right, buddy. I feel you.
So once we have a partner, like early, he always thought he knew like I had a person that I had to take care of,
Right.
Yeah.
and he's disability.
Yeah.
Mine is disability. I know you, but it's still the same thing. Younger
Okay.
siblings.
Yeah, disability.
I have more.
disability.
Yeah.
Younger sibling.
But anyways, but it comes to the point of
Hey.
like you have to take care of them no matter what. And when you come into a partner, they have to understand no matter if it's they're well or disabled,
Yeah.
you're always there to back them up and you know the responsibility. So it's nice to have someone else to be with you, to be like, don't worry, we got this together. Like him, he was actually okay with it because he was like, oh, he's not that
Yeah,
bad.
actually, when she asked me, "Oh, I have a special brother," and I'm like, "Oh shit," and then,
Oh,
Well,
shit.
look.
I don't
There
know.
goes
Wait,
all
wait,
my
wait, wait, wait,
Legos.
wait. No, wait.
No, no. To be honest, dude, I get you because that's what we're all thinking realistically.
Mhm.
Whether like if somebody just told you that, it's like that's what we're thinking.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
When you
Yeah.
say
No,
special
no,
needs,
yeah.
a lot of people say like think.
They think the
worst
worst.
case.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
your
yeah, I
brother,
know.
he
So
he
I-
communicates. He knows how to have like full conversations.
Yeah,
Mhm.
And he's very like interested in stuff. He doesn't want to keep to himself.
that's
so
true.
Yeah.
I don't even see it sometimes.
Yeah. So that's why I like, I should check it out before I continue with this relationship.
No,
And
Just
then-
throw it out there. There's like, damn, maybe I should check
He's
it out
being
real
honest.
quick.
And
He's
so
being honest
I,
here.
I went to their home. Oh, okay. Let's go to your place. And I met his brother. Oh, okay. It's not that bad. And like, are you okay with like in future helping out with my brother? Like, take care of him because he's special. Yeah, sure. Because in my head is like, he's special, but not that like I'm thinking like very very special. Like who couldn't do anything. But
Right,
yeah.
he's
for
very
him, it's
functional.
like he's a kind of like a very normal guy.
Exactly.
He's working.
If
So it's
anything,
like
he's just
precisely,
more-
he's-
If
he's
anything, he's
normal.
just more curious about the world, and he wants to
Yeah.
know. What,
And you know what, dude?
Yeah.
It props to you for even giving it a chance because
Yeah.
there's a lot of people that automatically hear like
Shut-
you know
shut.
special
Mhm.
needs or something like that, and they just shut it out, and they're just like, you know what, I
Yeah.
can't deal with this.
yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, so you know, props to you, dude, for pulling through and stuff like that.
At least trying to get a feel of what
Yeah,
what it would
exactly, man.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
either way, no matter what, like special needs, normal functioning human being,
be. Right.
like you always have. Back to what I was saying. I was like, wait, I was going with this, but I was telling my mom about it, like how a responsible, like we're not adults. We're what, like how many years apart are you from him?
3
Like,
years.
3.
years.
2 years
I'm
and a
one.
half.
I'm 1 year apart from mine.
11, almost
11?
11.
Wait, you're 1 year apart from Eric?
Yeah.
No shit.
Mhm.
Really?
No,
Yeah.
you're not. Oh,
Yeah.
you are.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
he's my age.
Yeah.
Oh shit, you are.
So here's the thing: when with the special needs or whatever younger brother, doesn't matter.
Yep.
They run off and go to the toy section.
Yeah.
I'm 1 year apart.
So does my fiance.
Yeah. But if you think about it, back in,
And it's funny because he's not the
Oh,
youngest.
but think about
I
it,
don't even do that.
1 year apart in the 90s, I could have been stolen. He could
Yeah.
have been stolen.
Mm.
Running off away from parents, and you're making the oldest, who's not even like a functioning adult
Yeah.
or
Take care of
a
him.
teen, but still not a functioning adult, take care of a younger person, and then like some creeper take you, and you can end up being trafficked into like,
Whoa.
you know, being murdered, sex trafficked,
Yeah.
blah blah blah. And I'm just like, dang, you got that, like you believed in me.
Why?
Why? Like that's another mental health issue, like that messes up with your brain. Like you don't know. So, but yeah, it goes. There's so many what ifs,
I mean,
and it goes.
And
into,
that's where anxiety breeds.
yeah.
it a lot has to do with your upbringing too. It's like, it's not even about your siblings. It's sometimes about your parents too. It's like for example, like for us, it's like I feel like I had to grow up really young, to
Same.
put up with the same, shit that was going on.
Yep.
So like I felt like I didn't really get to enjoy like my teen years. So
Yeah.
like from like the minute I turned like 13 to like 18. I was like, I didn't really get to enjoy them. So it was like, oh, this or that, or you have to get a job, you have to do this, you have to do that. Like it was a lot
Like,
of back
hey,
and
like
forth
I don't
shit.
understand this. Like they go to you right away.
Right.
Exactly.
And
Yeah,
it's-
your parents, they don't speak English, so they
Yeah.
depended on you
Yeah,
to
and-
help
so,
them.
So a lot of the times, like when that was happening, like you would like kind of like get a glimpse of what was actually happening.
Yeah.
Which
And-
you weren't supposed to know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So a lot of the shit is like, fuck, like really, like and it stresses you out, even though you're not the one in the situation. It stresses you the fuck out. So a lot of the times it has to do with your upbringing too.
Which that gives, now if you think about it, our generation, the mental health, the anxiety, the, all this issue, because you're like, you never had a normal childhood because you had to deal with adult things at a young age,
Yep.
not really experiencing all this stuff. And then, like you said, I'm telling you, they came to a country that they didn't know, so they had to do fight or flight.
Yeah.
Sink or swim.
Yep.
Teaching it to the next, sink or swim.
Yep.
Figure it out.
Yep.
Like so.
But the beautiful thing about that is like the next generation, yeah, it's sink or swim, but at least they have a feel of what to do.
yeah,
It's like Flame just said, like he had to go through all the motions and stuff like that. He could speak the language. They couldn't.
yeah,
He knew what to do. The fact, the fact that he knew what to do kind of put the pressure all on him.
yeah,
So he had to deal with that and he had to go through that. And I kind of understand it because, we didn't have Flames Kid in life for a couple months.
yeah.
So I had to go through that. So like we both kind of experienced the
You
same
felt-
thing.
yeah.
I felt it. I felt it when, he wasn't here. So it's like for me, I kind of understand what he had to go through. And I kind of understand what he goes through now. So it's like I kind of try to help wherever I can.
Yeah.
Like mostly Flames Kid goes through the motions. He goes through everything and stuff like that. But I kind of try to relieve the pressure because now I know now what he had to go through back then.
Yeah.
And it's just terrible, dude. It's not healthy.
No, it's not.
It's
And
really
that's
not.
why, like, newer generation, like, when we have kids, it's not going to be that bad because they're going to actually have
I
it.
don't know. Society is failing.
You know what?
But they have to deal with that. Like,
shit,
see,
shit
you know what I mean?
changes over the years.
Yeah, shit changes.
Yeah, shit
Yeah,
changes.
pretty much.
It's the
Yeah,
same
you'll
shit,
never know.
but in a different generation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's usually the same shit.
Yeah.
The best thing we can do is to teach the next generation how to deal with it, how to
Yeah.
handle it.
Yeah, I mean, if you really think about it, it's like, yes, like our generation. Okay, so usually first generation students, whatever, a lot of the times it's like, I looked it up, it's like a 80-20. It's like 20% of that generation ends up doing something with themselves, while 80% kind of repeat what the parents did, but at a larger scale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the way I like to think about it is like, my parents came here, they did their thing, they
They
educated.
survived.
Mm-hmm.
That's
And basically, like, I could have gone to school, I could have done everything, but instead I picked something else. And picking something else has kind of like pushed me to become something better. So while I didn't get to pursue the school life, I feel like my kids will have that chance because I'm there.
because you went through it and you already know what you had to go through and you already know.
Basically.
Yeah.
But to be honest, it's not all about school. I'm
No, of
starting
course.
to
No,
realize
no, it's not about school.
it's not about school. Like, if you do school, good for you. I went to school, great. I got my BA, got into my career.
I got
Great.
BS too. I mean, B.
BS?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got
BS.
BS too during my life.
I mean, my bachelor's in
Yeah.
science, but it was a load of BS.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. But now there's a generation that
They're making more money than people with degrees.
exactly. Freaking, like, I don't know what company my friend showed me, digital marketing. They're offering a program. I don't know which company it was.
Yeah.
And they're offering more money to them. You don't have to have a degree. They're helping you out. So now there's other opportunities. So
Yep.
either way, if you think about it, like influencers, celebrities, blah, 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 some of them do go to school, some of them don't.
Yeah.
And they still end up being successful, like either way. So it's just, I feel like it's just the path you take.
Yeah.
Whatever path you take and however you hustle, work for it, fight or flight, whatever you want to call it, like,
Yeah,
it'll take you there.
It's a lot of that, dude. For me, it was it was just sheer luck. I got really lucky in in the trades, and honestly, dude, like working where I'm working at now, it's like it's kind of amazing because I'm really making a lot of money.
Right.
And
So, like,
A lot of money in your sense.
yeah, in my
Okay,
sense,
yeah.
you know.
So,
I mean,
yeah.
for someone who realistically shouldn't be making much because I didn't really do much with my life, I'm making a lot of money. So it helps out a lot because it helps me, one, obviously set a course for my future, two, set a foundation for my future, and three, it's like it helps me live a good lifestyle. I'm not, you know, buying fancy cars or like buying branded clothes or anything like that.
But you ain't
Not yet.
struggling.
But I'm not struggling, and
always
my,
do your 100%.
yeah,
Yeah.
and nobody in this household is struggling. So that's why, like, you know, it's crazy how it kind of just everybody raises their hands when they said that.
Speak for yourself here.
Yeah, man.
But
Yeah, nobody's struggling, buddy. You got five
Yeah.
people raising their hand right here.
but in all sense, it's like, you know, it's just things weren't meant to be this way, and they did.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm glad for that. You know, I'm happy for that. But it has, like, you know, like Hattie was saying, it's like it has a lot to do with the way you kind of like play it out. You know, if you kind of like get defeated by life, you're gonna stay wherever the fuck you're at.
Yeah.
But if you kind of like push yourself through, and it's like, all right, fuck it, I have to make it through. It's like,
Yeah.
you're gonna make it through. Like, it's eventually gonna happen, but it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
And you know, I feel like that's what it was for me. Is like, you know, I feel like I kind of dragged on too much of my life for a little bit. You know, making bad decisions or like just doing stupid things. And I feel like at this point, is like I kind of like finally opened my eyes to what I really want.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of worked my way there. So now I'm there, and I'm like, okay, I get to enjoy it now. I get to do whatever the fuck I want, whenever the fuck I want, and I don't have to worry about where my next, where my next meal's coming from,
Yep.
where my next bill's gonna get paid from.
Yeah.
Like, it's all there already. Like, it's all set in stone, and that's what I like about it. You know, I feel like my kids, whenever they come into this world,
Yeah.
I feel like they won't be struggling. I feel like I'll be able to provide for them and give them a good future, so that, you know, in the future when I'm 60, they'll be taking care of me.
Yeah.
So I mean, the way I see it, man, is it's just like, you know, maybe we're not the only special case, but the way I see it, man, is you're torn between generation 1 and 2. So like generation 1 is like they know what they want to do, and generation 2 is generation 1 is like knowing how to survive here, and generation 2 being like, you know, what they want to do. So you're kind of like torn in between both of them, which is kind of like you're making enough money to survive and to do things the way you want to be done and stuff like that. And for me, like, I'm torn between 2 and 3, I guess. I'm not sure. Like, I'm speaking out of my ass right now, dude, honestly. But it's like you're making money, you're doing what you want to do, and you know that's what I'm trying to say. And for me, it's like I'm still trying to figure out what the hell I want to do, you know, and where the hell I want to go.
So what I'm saying, okay, so I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
First generation, you learn later where you want to be. You learn about yourself.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Second generation, you're kind of like midway, like you hit at a certain age and you know what it is, and
Yeah.
you have a longer period to enjoy it. Generation 3 is like once you hit adulthood, you already know what you want and you get to enjoy it longer.
A lot of that has to do also with a foundation. So like,
Yeah.
you know, for generation 1, like, you know, our parents are coming from Mexico. They didn't come here with money, you know, and even if they did, it couldn't have been anything compared to, like, you know,
What generation 2 had?
yeah.
So it's like generation 1, you lived in a room. Because when my parents came,
Yeah.
I lived in a room.
Yeah.
And my mom would say, I would tell my uncles, come visit my room.
Yeah.
Because that was my house.
Yeah.
And I knew that was where I lived. Come
Yeah.
visit me. You know, generation 2 is like, come visit me at my house. Like,
It's my
visit
house
my
now.
house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's my house.
Yeah.
Or like renting, whatever.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And then, you know,
Yeah.
come visit my property.
And I feel like that's what happens. It's like, for example, for us that are generation 1, it's like we're kind of setting the foundation. Yeah, we went through all the motions. We struggled a lot. We didn't do everything, you know, because a lot of it has to do with comparing. So
Yeah.
we compare ourselves a lot to other people.
I
We're
mean,
like,
that's all what life is about, just comparing yourself to different things.
You know, we have people who say, oh my God, like, you know, so and so just, graduated college and got their, masters or whatever, and they're, a year younger than me or the same age as me.
Mhm.
Yep.
But the thing is, like, you don't see the background. I was like, oh, well, that person probably had parents who were probably successful, adults, and, had a house and didn't have to worry about paying bills, and, they took care of Billy all their his whole life.
Basically they focus their life on what they're doing now.
Yeah, and we don't see that, so we compare ourselves to them, and we're like, fuck, or like we're falling
Which
behind.
you shouldn't, because you're gonna be like so bad or feel bad about yourself if you keep comparing yourself about
Exactly,
to
and that's why I stopped doing that a while ago, because I'm like, dude, like this person has this and this. I'm like, I can't compare myself to them because
you can't compete.
Not compete, but I just can't compare myself to them because it can't. It's never gonna be the same. Like that person has help from this person, that person, this person. I'm like, dude, I'm by myself. Nobody helps me out.
And there's nothing wrong with having help.
Yeah.
It's just like you. The bottom line is, like Flameskid said, you can't compete. You can't compare.
So yeah, you do what you like and you feel happy about it, as long as you're not hurting anybody.
Yeah,
that is actually really good.
I don't know where I listened to, but someone was saying like the same thing that we're talking about.
Yeah.
You start comparing yourself, but you're actually competing with yourself.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So you are always setting a high standard, competing with yourself. You're like, no, we have to be at this level.
Yep.
And so you're competing with your inner self, saying like, we have to be here.
Yep.
Basically.
So yeah.
Yeah.
And then
So
your anxiety attacks comes in.
That's when your anxiety kicks in, and you start really like, oh shit,
all this weird stuff happens.
Your expectation doesn't
Next thing you know, your fucking heart's beating at like 120 beats per second,
Like,
and
what
you're
the
just
heck
like,
is
what the
this?
fuck, man?
Yeah.
You're sweating.
yeah, I mean, it's part of it, and that's the thing. Like, that's the huge difference. Like, I have a lot of friends that I follow on Instagram. Some of them who are like successful right now. Like, oh my god, I just graduated college all over again. I'm a teacher now, whatever, this and that. And it's crazy because I try to put myself in their shoes, and I'm like, man, if I had all the opportunities you had, dude, I'd be making much more than that. Like in my head, Yeah. I'm like, if I had people from like when I was 18 backing me up, saying, don't worry about shit, just handle your whatever you gotta do, I'd be in a different place.
Basically, just do what you gotta do.
Yeah, basically. And
just like what Bruce Lee said, like, be like water, flow like
water. You put water in a glass, and water becomes the glass.
Oh my god.
Saying that, I think we should move on to the next one.
All right, we're going to beer number 3.
Getting into cracking number 3.
We're on 3, but I haven't even finished with number 2 yet.
You gotta finish it up, boy.
Oh yeah.
But the kitten, I'm not
So-
gonna get to see the kitten anymore.
So now that we're on beer number 3,
Uh-huh.
It'd be a good time to talk about the first 2 beers, and then as we're talking about them, we're drinking beer number 3. And
Cruising, boy, you want to talk about cruising? Cruising is the bee's knees,
I second that.
you like cruising?
dude.
No,
It's
it was really good.
Cruising.
Should I-
double juicy double India Pale Ale? That's exactly what it tastes like.
Cruising down the street in
My
my
6'4".
Yes.
Jocking the bitches.
Slapping
the
the
hoes.
hoes. That's the important part.
Okay. Let me read the back for it.
Go for it.
Take Idaho 7 Syro? Cryo?
Cryo.
Cryo lemon drop Sabro.
Yeah.
Take the Idaho 7 to the lemon drop to the Sabro, and you'll be cruising into hazy notes of tropical fruit and lemony citrus.
There
It
you
was
go.
it was
true.
very citrusy, yeah.
And it was really good. I liked it. I agree with Cries over here.
Cries?
That's one way of saying Chris. Chris Cass.
I mean,
Crass, but that's-
Hey, dude, I'll take Chris Crass Cries.
What?
I have you that under my contact. Cries cousin.
Yeah, dude, I got you under hateth.
Yeah.
Nah, shit you not, dude. I will show you right now. I have no shame.
so
Look, last number.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I remember that.
so cruising was not my favorite out of the first 2.
It was not your favorite.
No.
Are you
No.
fucking serious?
No.
Rude.
Wait, out of the first 2,
Yeah,
there were
so
3.
yeah, that's why.
So it was your favorite out of the last 2.
No, it was not my.
Dude, that's what you're telling me. There were 3 beers. You're saying it's not your favorite out of the first 2, but it's your favorite out of the last 2.
Point is, we had 3 beers. We had Lunar Kitten.
You're gonna put
we had,
third, aren't you?
We had we had Cruisin', and then we had In the Franz. Now me and Lena are currently drinking In the Franz. So we can't talk about that beer just yet. But
I'm
as far
also haven't currently drank it either.
and
Get on with it, boy.
and we've had Cruisin' and Lunar Kitten first. Honestly, I loved Lunar Kitten. I can probably have another one of those.
You see, so I've tried Lunar Kitten before. Way before the... Oh my god.
Party foul.
Beer drop and everything.
Did you say way before the pandemic? Is that what you?
No, I want to say way before the podcast.
No. That's not true.
During the podcast?
It was when we were first starting the podcast. And I remember because I told you, stop drinking beers because you're going to take away our options. And then I really thought about what the hell I said and realized there are so many beers that we can review. I let it go. But that's how I remember.
You know what?
Damn, really? That long ago?
Yeah, dude, she's right. So I've had this like about a year ago apparently, and I do remember because I was out with a friend. I don't even know what the fuck they were doing or we were doing, but point is we ended up at Corked, and I ended up picking this up, you know. So I brought it home that same night, and I started drinking it, and I tasted it, and it was really good. And I told you guys the next one, like, hey, have you guys had this? And you guys were like, no, try it. It's good. You guys never tried it.
Oh, speaking of remembering, do you remember if when you were a kid, you used to do like blow bubbles?
Oh my god.
Blow bubbles?
Blow bubbles? Okay. Elaborate.
Like blow bubbles. Like you dip it, you blow
Yeah.
it.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, I remember it faintly,
Oh,
but
okay.
I do remember
Why, though?
doing it.
Oh, okay. Because just saw bubbles and she was looking for you.
Oh my god.
So sorry.
He was like, he saw the opportunity and he took it.
Oh my
I've
god.
got had.
I don't know what's
I've gone had, man. That's what just went on right now.
Yeah.
I don't know what's not more funnier. Early's jokes or Lena's jokes.
Hey.
I haven't heard her jokes.
They're so
I was
great.
just
Do you
gonna
wanna
say,
hear-
No,
hey, you know what?
no.
Like Lena doesn't have jokes.
No, why'd you start this? You just opened up
You
a
should
can
have
of
seen
worms.
Lena's face. She was like in total shock. Like, what?
Look at it. She has a list. She
I've
has a
been
list.
composing this list forever. When it just comes to me, it comes to me.
You're so funny.
Flames Kid, you're so nice to have bring it up just so she can bring it
Oh
up.
my god.
While
I
she
regret
looks for
this.
her jokes, let me
Sorry, they're securely.
let me
saved.
hop on what this fool said.
What?
Sorry.
What I said?
About Lunar Kitten. I just took a taste of it right now, and
Isn't it better than all of them?
Don't
it's
change.
to
don't-
me it's way stronger.
What?
Like Lunar Kitten, when I took a first drink, I was like, dang.
No.
I don't know why, because it's all ale. To me, it's all. Remember, last time I told you I'm more of a blonde kind of person, so
Makes sense.
ale, that one is
I
strong.
don't see it.
Early, do you have any? You like kittens?
I second that, sir. I love kittens as well.
Yeah,
Oh,
for
you
sure,
need to
for
meet
sure.
his cats. You love them.
You have cats?
He has cats.
Yeah, so that's why I love kittens. So speaking of kittens, so this Lunar Kitten is actually I like it compared if kind of compare it to this other
In France.
Two.
The
In the
Franz?
France.
the Franz and the Cruise.
So where
So
would
you
put
you
it?
like Lunar
I
Kitten
like
more?
the Lunar Kitten.
Yes.
You see, Lunar Kitten was the one I had tried way back when, and Lunar Kitten is still my favorite to this day, even after I've tried all these other ones.
All right.
But I haven't had my official review yet. I just wanted to throw that out there.
Lena, so what'd you think of all these beers? Because they were all your pick. Whoa.
No.
The brewing company
Which
was your
one
pick.
was
Somebody was
yours?
your pick.
Like
Okay.
your pick of picking out.
Okay. I chose in the Franz. It's a tropical IPA, so I thought it'd be good. I also like the hops, Citra, Eldorado. So I thought it might be interesting. It's kind of like my thing. That and, well, so tropical ales, I want to say, and then sour ales. So that's why I kind of stuck to that one. I did know that Chris Cass tried the Lunar Kitten because I pointed it out to him way before. But it is really good. And then
I don't see how that's a but okay.
Wait, is it? Wait, you said Cruisin' first or Franz first?
no, I said Franz. This
So-
is the one I chose. Lunar Kitten.
I'm in a hard
Is-
second. Yes. Let's
So is
go.
Luton Cannon first or running up to first?
Oh, I was just saying who picked what.
Oh, okay.
So,
Oh,
Lunar
So we're not
sorry.
rating yet.
Oh,
I
No.
wasn't.
I got
I
lost.
wasn't ready.
Shit.
Continue.
And then Chris Cass, you chose Cruisin', right?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I did.
We did. All right, cool. So, yeah.
Not rating.
Not rating, but now give it a rating
Okay.
because you've already had all three at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It kind of shows.
All right. Starting off with the
Hey.
first one you had, which was Lunar Kitten.
Lunar Kitten. It was really good. It was very smooth. I want to say pretty easy to drink. It really doesn't taste as strong as it is technically, because it is. I don't even think we mentioned it. It's
Nope.
a 7.5 alcohol by volume, and it's a West Coast India Pale Ale. So,
That shit slap. No, I'm not kidding.
it's really good, but it's actually not the strongest beer that we're reviewing because we have Cruisin', and that one's an 8.5, and I feel like that one's not as easy to drink. It's a lot citrus. It was more citrusy than the others,
Mm-hmm.
and I feel like I can also taste a little bit. You can tell it's a higher alcohol content. You get me?
Yeah.
And then I'm currently having in the Franz, and I think it's pretty smooth, honestly. It's refreshing, and definitely citrusy. So I still think I might put Lunar Kitten first. I think it was a lot smoother to drink,
Okay.
and then I will have in the Franz, and
So-
then Cruisin'.
Okay. So Lunar Kitten in the Franz and then Cruisin'.
Yeah.
Okay.
You should kind of write this down
All right.
somewhere.
No.
You said Luton. What?
Okay.
Lunar
Okay.
Kitten.
Like I said, you should kind of write this down somewhere.
So Lunar. You said
Yeah, I chose Lunar in the Franz and then Cruisin'.
Okay. So what would you give Lunar Kitten
Yes,
out of 5?
That's good.
Okay. I'll give Lunar Kitten a 4.
Okay, that's pretty
Uh-huh.
pretty darn good.
Uh,
Okay.
Yeah, it is good.
Uh-huh.
What about in the Franz?
In the Franz, I'm going to give it 3.5. I think it's really light and has a lot of strong flavor, and it's just interesting burst of flavor. I
Okay.
can't put it into words.
Okay. What about Cruisin'? Wait,
Cruisin'?
you said 3.5, right?
Yeah, I said
Okay.
3.5.
And Cruisin'?
For Cruisin', I'm gonna do 3.25. I think it is pretty good, actually. It's not too strong, but it is a double IPA, so I feel like it's pretty good, and it has to be strong, like in the bittery taste. I guess we don't know the IBU rating on it because it doesn't state, but you can tell that there is some IBU. It's pretty bitter. And that's why I want to give it the 3.25 because it is pretty good, but it just probably won't be for a lot of people. I feel like it does have that kind of strong taste. That's it.
All right. So I guess I'll go next. I'm going to kind of follow Lena's lead and say that I like Lunar Kitten first, in the Franz second, and Cruisin' third.
Individual scores.
I would say Lunar Kitten. I liked that it was really smooth to drink, at least for me.
Mm-hmm.
It was smooth to drink. I didn't, feel the sourness or like the bitterness a lot. And I enjoyed it so much that I finished it before I think we were ready to move on to the next beer. So, yeah, so I would say Lunar Kitten for sure for me gets a 3.75. In the Franz get a 3, and Cruisin' 2.75. I just genuinely didn't like Cruisin' at all.
Wow. Okay.
Dang.
What about you, Chris Cass?
For me, kind of hard, cause honestly, out of all of them, like you guys, I like Lunar Kitten. It's the shit, dude. It's the one I brought home with me. You know, when I told that story, you know, we went to I don't know if I mentioned it or not, but we went to Corked. I ended up, you know, taking them to Corked and shit, I don't even remember the fucking city. Anyways, we were at Corked and I ended up seeing like Lunar Kitten and I'm like, oh, I like the cat. I just took it off the shelves and I brought it home with me.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
So what do you rate it?
I gotta agree with Lena, I want to say, and give it a 4.
Okay.
It's pretty up there. It's still kind of bitter, but it is really smooth when you drink it. You know, so I feel like that's what you want to have in a drink. You know, you don't want it to be too harsh when you drink it because then you're not gonna enjoy it.
Right.
So like it being really smooth is, you know, gives it some extra points. I'm gonna give it a 4.
Okay. What about the second pick?
Second pick. It's kind of hard, man. I like Cruisin'. I like Cruisin' a lot, but I feel like the Franz is easier to drink.
So what do
For
you put
most
second?
Like I said, if you want to put me on the spot, I think I'm gonna go with the Franz. It's a lot smoother to drink. It's easier.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't have that hazy, harsh taste like Cruisin' does.
What do you rate it?
The Franz, I'll rate it at 3.5. And the Cruisin', 3.2.
5.
3.0.
He meant 3.25.
You said 3 point.
Yeah, 3.0. 3.0.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't want to put no 2 5s in there. It makes it more complicated.
No.
So whatever you had it.
Like I said, Early and I are drinking the Lunar Kitten. That one's a really stronger for me because my palate is different from all y'all. So
you said Lunar Kitten was the strongest?
yeah, Lunar Kitten
Okay.
was the strongest for me. That's my palate, man.
Okay.
You know.
I get it. I ain't trying to
I get it.
talk shit, but I
We'll
get
be
it.
right back.
I'm just surprised.
Yeah,
Just kidding,
no,
we're sorry here.
it surprised me. I thought because it had a kitten, I thought it was gonna be like a whole different story. But yeah, no, Kitten Lunar was stronger. Even
She
though
was feisty.
So
She was feisty. She didn't like me. I have issues with cats like that.
so what did you like? What did you like more, the best out of all three?
So I'm between when I heard your guys' like description of Cruisin'. I actually like Cruisin' the most because I don't know if it's like I've eaten a lot of spicy in my life.
See, here's the thing,
Cruisin'
man.
was my thing.
Cruisin' was my favorite.
Yeah.
But it's like for the podcast, like I had to pick the order that I did because it helps people, you know, kind of pick something that they like.
Yeah, exactly.
You know? So,
Okay.
but Cruisin' was my favorite. I loved Cruisin', dude. I feel you. I feel you.
I agreed with you, or like what people like, and then my mind's like, no, it's what you like, girl. So,
Respect.
girl, if you like spicy stuff, sour things, and I know
You do.
you do, I know you do. I've seen you eat those hot Cheeto lemons like
Oh my
nothing.
God.
I know my Hispanic stereotype audience. Cruisin' is your thing.
Jesus. Hey, yo, that's a bold statement even for me, man.
God damn.
Jesus, that dude. Are you sure?
The kitten got to me.
Are you sure?
I think Cruisin' is.
Some good shit.
I think no. Like if your palate,
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna say palate because each person's palate is different from the other.
Yeah.
If you like sour, hot Cheeto lemons, anything hot with lemon. Cruising is your top thing for
Okay.
those ladies. Mostly.
No, that's
If there's a man,
your perspective.
No.
if there's a
good.
man in there, I'm like, welcome to the club, man.
Hey, yo. Yeah.
And then
I'll take that
Okay.
rating.
yeah.
But okay, so out of 5 in 0.25 increment, what do you give the rating?
Cruise a 4 to.
So out of 5
Uh-huh.
in 0.25 increments. I'm sorry. They laugh at me. They laugh at me because I say it like that.
Yeah. 0.25.
So like you can say like 1.25 or like whatever.
I wanted cruising is the 4.
The 4.
Jesus Christ.
Cruise-
It's the 4 and the 5.
Okay.
Cruising is a 4, and then in the Fonz, I would say it's a 5, and then Lunar.
Wait. In the
Oh.
Fonz is better?
Yeah.
You like
Wait.
In the
fonts?
font.
So-
Wait,
so-
this is not a 5, woman.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I
She got it
know.
right. She got it right.
No, yeah.
But-
You
I
gave
said-
the fonts a 5.
But okay, but you said cruising was the first one. Is in the Fonz first or cruising's first?
No, cruising is
It's first.
second. Oh, did I say first?
Yeah.
Damn, I'm out of it. That kid and Lunar really messed me up. Okay, so
blame it on the fucking cat.
I like
Okay.
it. It's cute.
So what's your first pick? Like, what is the beer you like the most out of all 3?
Okay, no,
Would you
okay.
like another sip?
I can't. I drank all the cruise and all the fun. Okay,
We can tell.
no.
Here's
Okay.
Lunar Kitten.
No,
and the
actually, I
Fonz, and
take
that's all I
back
can
about the
offer.
cruise. The cruising is the second, and Fonz is in the first.
Okay, so
But
what?
I still think it's really good for those that like that palate flavor. The
so
citrus.
so out of 5, what do you give in the Fonz?
And the Foms 5. I like it. That's my taste. Remember, I'm new.
Jesus Christ.
No.
that's a fucking
It's
5.
totally
It's fine.
fine.
It's fine.
No, it is
No.
fine, but I'm just saying to the audience, like,
Yeah,
you know.
You know, the fact that we haven't even picked the 5 yet and she did,
I know.
it kind of like,
I
Mhm.
have.
does that make us unique?
No, my palate, my
Is-
tongue buds are
we-
burned.
Are we the main characters?
What?
We're all the main characters of our
And-
own story.
That's what I like to hear.
And you said cruising a 4, right?
Yeah.
So what about what's the last one?
The kitten.
Oh yeah, Lunar
Lunar
Kitten.
Kitten.
Lunar
What?
Kitten.
How did you forget the cat, dude?
I kept saying it again and I even forgot it.
How did you guys forget the cat?
I give it
Never
a
mind.
3 point blah blah blah. What was it?
It's either 2.5, 5.0, or 7.5.
You lost me at 5.
7.5.
Okay,
Okay.
that's actually not bad. You actually rated most of the beers high, so that's pretty
Yeah.
good. Early.
Is it?
Early, my
Early
love.
doesn't even know what his name is right now, dude.
What's
So
what's your favorite one? That you have to have a favorite one.
Personal favorite.
for
Personal
sure
favorite.
the lunar kitten, because when the lunar moon is out,
Here comes the kitten.
Out of 5, what do you
Oh,
give
come
it?
on, man.
so
Give
for
me a
the
real
lunar
rating.
kitten, it's 4, because I really like it from like start to like.
Okay, so
Bottom.
let's put it into perspective. How much do you really drink beer?
I'm just like before I told you I'm a lightweight, so and mostly I like sweet beers. And for this lunar kitten, even though it's not really a sweet beer,
Yeah.
it's good. It's like it's really smooth from beginning to end. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And see, like, what I was trying to establish is like he doesn't drink beer that much, and the fact that he likes it, kind of makes it good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
That is
true.
That's very true.
What about the second
Yeah.
one?
So for the second one, it's the indie France. So it's almost like the lunar kitten. It's I don't know. It's the taste is a bit less than the lunar kitten. So
Okay.
I will give this let's say 3.75, just like right next to lunar kitten.
Okay.
Okay.
So that leaves cruising.
Respect.
So for the cruising, it's actually we started with the cruising. The beginning was actually 4, and then when you're halfway, since it's getting less cold, you can
Yeah.
taste totally the bitterness. So
Oh.
it's like suddenly became 3, so I suppose the grade would be 3.5.
Honestly, that's a good point, dude. Now that you mention it, because if you drink a beer warm as opposed to like when it's cold, there is a difference in taste.
Definitely. And then you can't just make it cold again because then it's
Yeah.
just ruined.
Yeah.
He's so smart. I love him.
He has glasses. All the smart people have glasses.
Sure,
That's what I go for, man.
Whoa there.
Whoa, Nelly. So who's next on the grading list? Or have we all
Flames
gone?
Kid,
think-
right?
Yes, we.
Oh, yeah.
Flames
all-
Kid, did you
I,
do?
I win already. I'm
Oh.
trying to get the score for all of them.
Do you
Dang.
remember the scores for all of them? Because I don't.
He wrote them down. He's so.
So basically, Lunar Kitten.
Came out on top.
Well, I don't know yet. I have to do the other ones because I'm doing one at a time. So Lunar Kitten and ended up at a 3.9 overall. So we're gonna raise it up to a 4. So that's a 4 out of 5 people. You know, our average was a 4 between that.
That's not that bad, actually, because that's kind of the. I kind of agree with that. It's a 4. You'll like the initial taste, but you'll hate the aftertaste, basically.
I agree.
You were waiting on beer number 2. Is it the Franz?
He's calculating, guys.
Or is it Cruisin'?
So in the Franz came at a whopping solid 3.75.
For sure, man.
So far in the race, it's second place. We'll
Kind of
see.
fits it. Kinda
Well,
fits
let's see
I
if
feel
Cru-
like that was a lot of us second place. Franz.
it
let's.
kind of averages out.
I'll let you guys know once we get the results.
Yeah.
So the next one is Cruisin'.
Yes.
All right.
So the last one automatically is Cruisin', but the real question is, what is the number rating?
And the Jeopardy song comes on.
No.
Do, 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 do.
I mean, he can kind of edit this to actually show that,
Yes.
or he can make himself look like an idiot. Either
So-
or, I'm cool with.
So the results are in.
Oh my
Um,
god.
Out of an average out of everybody.
You are not the father.
Wrong show.
I knew it.
We came at an average of 3.3, which I round up usually to 3.5. So it is our third place.
The Franz?
No, the Cruisin'.
Cruisin'.
That's a miscount. Count it again.
So in reality, I think the Lunar Kitten was the winner.
Oh, definitely.
Followed by the In the Franz, and then ending with Cruisin'.
Everybody remember, just think the opposite. Cruising first. Franz.
We stay cruising.
I know.
Yeah. So, honestly, I think it's fair.
Yeah.
I think it's realistically, if you're drinking them in that order, Lunar, In the Franz, and Cruisin', I think
Yeah.
it'll be the same numbers over
For
again.
real, yeah. Because honestly, it's easier to drink Lunar Kitten.
Smoother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So definitely, guys. With that being our overall Hoppy rating for all these 3 beers, and you guys enjoying this new format that we just established today out of the blue, we hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Lena,
Again, thank you for being here with us today. And I want to wish. No, I'm just kidding.
I was gonna say Merry Christmas.
I was like, what month is this?
No. I'm just kidding. It was just a great episode. We tried something new. I like how it worked out. And I'm just happy that it was just very last minute that you guys joined us. But it's great. We're having a great time. And I want to bid you adieu. I've been Lena.
I've been Flames Kid.
And I've been Chris Cass.
And I've been had it.
And I've been second cuz early.
And we hope everybody has a good weekend. We are recording on Saturday. Today is
Sunday?
today's Sunday.
No, it's
not.
Saturday, June
it's not.
4th.
It's
Saturday.
still Saturday, baby. We still in
If
it.
you got this far into this episode, it's Saturday, June 4th.
Yeah, there you go. And we want to make sure that everyone stays safe and don't drink and drive. It's not safe. And always drink responsibly.
All right, guys. Good night.
Bye.
Any last words, you guys?
No.
Happy 4th of the June.
All right, we're
A little soon, but okay.
He said 4th of the June.
Oh, okay.
June. Oh shit! It is the 4th.
All right, guys.